This video is a brief summary of the mini global demonstration that was conducted at the Florida NextGen testbed in Daytona Beach on September 17, 2014. The mini global demonstration demonstrated the utilization of global information exchange models gate to gate for international flights. Mini global has integrated systems, procedures, and information sharing across all phases of flights. In the demonstration, the use cases also evaluated how these standards address multiple disparate international systems. Scenario 7A demonstrated subscribing and publishing departure messages of AeroTie and CAAS, translation of flight information to ICAO 2012 format via Mini Global EMS. Scenario 4A demonstrated how the route of a flight object can be updated based on the evaluation of aeronautical information that has been published by another air navigation service provider. In this scenario, the flight departed from Singapore to Tokyo. The trajectory evaluator provided routes to avoid the NOTAM area because the trajectory evaluator showed that this area is a restricted airspace. AXIM and WIXIM information sharing was demonstrated in Scenario 8B. Trajectory Evaluator was used for the evaluation of terminal area forecast, which was indicated by a green square icon. Surface Decision Support System, or SDSS, was used to demonstrate the ground movements. A flight from Seoul to LAX in Scenario 10 demonstrated how the route of a flight object could be updated based on the evaluation of weather data that had been published by another air navigation service provider. In this scenario, the trajectory evaluator evaluated the original flight plan, which was impacted by a SIGMET, and provided an alternate route to avoid an area of volcanic ash. Scenario 1A was divided into 4 parts to demonstrate the coordination of a boundary crossing between air navigation service providers using AIDC messaging via Mini Global. Departure. JCAB provided FIXM data for the flight departing from Tokyo, publishes FIXM formatted data, and manages flight objects. Air Navigation Service Provider handover. This process used the AIDC protocol, which involves the sending of several messages. The AIDC messages were transmitted over the Mini Global Enterprise Messaging Service in the FIXM standard. FAA handover. In this scenario, the flight was handed over from FAA Oceanic to FAA en route airspace. Arrival. Upon arrival, an arrival message was published to the subscribers, and since this was a flight from JCAB, the arrival message was routed back to them. Scenario 10B, LAX to Seoul. This scenario was divided into 4 parts to demonstrate the boundary coordination with the original TAF and SIGMET impacts. Under the impact of the TAF data, the SDSS processed the WIXIM information and published the runway configuration changes. Departure. FAA, JCAB, and ROK provided FIXM data for the flight departing from LAX. Air Navigation Service Provider Handover. This process used the AIDC protocol, which involved the sending of several messages. The process was initiated by the FAA. FAA handover. In this scenario, the flight was handed over from FAA to ROK using the AIDC protocol. Arrival. Upon arrival into Seoul, an arrival message was published by ROK and received by the FAA. Scenario 2 demonstrated the flight from Ottawa to JFK. This scenario demonstrated the exchange of flight and weather information between air navigation service providers using the FIXM and WIXM data exchange models and the Enterprise Service Bus technology for a flight from Ottawa to JFK. The AATS, or Aircraft Access to Swim scenario, provided a connection between system-wide information management and an aircraft while either on the ground or in the air. In this demonstration, the weather information was sent to the aircraft and the flight plan was amended to divert the flight to an alternate airport. EMS to EMS scenario demonstrated the Harris EMS information exchange with Indra EMS. FIXM 2.0 flight object was created by Harris's EMS. An extension of FIXM 2.0 was also created to share trajectory information. Indra EMS received these messages, processed them, and responded with the complete vision of the trajectory and updated arrival information. AEFS, or Airborne Execution of Flow Strategies, demonstrated how fleet prioritization and optimal flow strategies could be applied to time-based flow management, or TBFM, to improve execution of collaborative flight management. Collaborative information management demonstrated the functions in flight object updates and dangerous goods information management. It introduced data flow, including the use of Security Assertion Markup Language, or SAML, and federated identity management to create a trusted relationship among agencies.
Working together to help shape the future of aviation.